We ditched BJP when they suspended Nupur Sharma ji from the post. The same BJP which has bought Ram Mandir for us. The same BJP which has abrogated Article 370. The same BJP which has weeded out 20,000 fake NGOs, reduced the NPA load, controlled the black money, and many other path-breaking reforms, especially in the tax and financial system. Bharat is now the fastest growing economy. You can check the facts. Am I sounding out of context? Wait, I'm not yet finished. We ditched the Supreme Court for saying Nupur Sharma is single-handedly responsible for dangerous situations in India. The same Supreme Court which gave orders to do videography in Gyanvapi Mandir. The same Supreme Court that declared Ayodhya belongs to Ram Janmabhoomi. The same courts which arrested Maulana Mufti Nadeem for his hate speech on Nupur Sharma. The same courts which arrested Mohammad Zubair for hurting the religious sentiments. You public, you're so steeped into religious hypocrisy and conspiracy theories that you can't see any good happening. It's a dignified judicial system. You can't see it. The social and digital media people who expresses personalized opinions is responsible for the dangerous situations in the country. That's what Pardiwala says now. Justice J.B. Pardiwala, who was part of the bench that made strong remarks against Nupur Sharma, saying she had to apologize to the entire country, now says the personal attacks on the judges by social media users would lead to a dangerous scenario.
Social and digital media is nowadays primarily resorted to expressing personalized opinions more against the judges per se, rather than a constructive critical appraisal of their judgments. This is what is harming the judicial institution and lowering its dignity.
What he said is very true. A lot of idiots use digital media to pass on their personalized opinions rather than constructive critics.
अब मेरी राय पूछोगे तो मेरी राय में सेक्शन 295A को completely हटा देना चाहिए.
Personalized opinions more against the judges. This is what is harming the judicial institution and lowering its dignity.
Especially Twitter influencers contribute to major part of hate speech and violence today. This is where you need to watch String, where we give zero importance to personalized opinions. We speak only of facts. But Pardiwala ji, I don't agree with the later part of your talk where you said lowering the dignity of judicial institutions. First of all, judicial systems don't carry any dignity in the first place. Let's look at some facts. I'm going to be very constructive, by the way. According to National Judicial Data Grid and the Supreme Court, there are 39 million cases pending in the district and subordinate courts, 58.5 lakh cases in various high courts, and more than 69,000 cases pending in the Supreme Courts. Former Supreme Court Judge Markanday Kajju had said, it is estimated that if no fresh case is filed, it will take about 360 years to clear the backlog of cases in all Indian courts. This is the efficiency of court systems in India. In the Sabarimala verdict, you have entered into an area where you are not supposed to enter. Forget about passing a verdict. First of all, you are not supposed to enter into religious matters according to Article 25 of Indian Constitution. There are many such instances, but I am quoting only this to show the level of injustice the courts have done to Hindu religions. Now let's talk about dignity of judiciary. Justice Pardiwala ji, dignity by definition means the state of quality of being worthy of honor or respect. You can talk about dignity when justice is not delayed in the courts, okay? Now there is a huge conspiracy going on over single-handedly responsible for the dangerous situation in the country. Let's bust this judicial conspiracy now.
Hey Narendra Modi, sun le.
Forget about Nupur Sharma Kanhaiya for a while. When a jihadi terrorist, after beheading Kanhaiya, openly declares a death threat against the Honorable Prime Minister, you being in the highest judicial office, would you not talk about strengthening the security in the country? Call for a surgical strike or order an investigation into how many such people are planted on a killing job in the country? Or will you pass on unnecessary remarks, one-sided, biased, personalized statements, create more havoc in the society? Nupur Sharma is single-handedly responsible. What did she do? Did she behead anyone? Did she behead the idiot who spoke nonsense about Gyanvapi in a TV show? Nupur Sharma just expressed her emotion when someone insults her God, merely cited lines said in Hadith, which is approved by Prophet Muhammad himself. Even Zakir Naik endorsed it. Muhammad Ali Mirza, a renowned Pakistani Islamic scholar, says,
पहल जो है मुसलमान की जानिब से हुई है, उसका आपको अंदाजा होगा. अभी तो अधूरे क्लिप चल रहे हैं, वो भी बड़ी मुश्किल से मुझे एक क्लिप मिला है, तो उस औरत के आपको जवाब के अंदाज से पता चल जाएगा कि वो रिबटल कर रही है. क्योंकि जब वो मुसलमान ने वो बात की तो उसने कहा कि अच्छा आप अगर इस तरह की बातें करोगे ना तो हम भी ये कहेंगे. तो ये पहला मुजरिम तो वो मुसलमान है जो किसी के रिलीजन के बारे में इस तरीके से लाइव टीवी प्रोग्राम के अंदर आके बात कर।
He is a Pakistani Islamic scholar who clearly says that the Muslim man Taslim Rahmani is responsible in the first place for insulting Hindu gods and provoking Nupur Sharma ji. Not just Taslim Rahmani, there's one more dangerous guy, Zubair. Mohammed Zubair is the guy who cut few seconds of Nupur Sharma's part alone and accused Nupur Sharma ji of insulting Prophet of Islam and led the online mob of radicals against her, setting off a wave of angry protests and spasms of violence across the country. Muslim fundamentalists took to streets, running riots, demanding the beheading of Nupur Sharma. Zubair's followers went berserk over the video clip, and violent protests started in various parts of India. Zubair and his ilk also attacked several government officials of Middle East countries, highlighting the insult of Muhammad. He is the one who single-handedly got the Middle East countries summoned the Indian ambassadors seeking explanation on Nupur Sharma's remarks. Nupur's statement on May 26th actually went unnoticed. It was much later, in the second week of June, when Zubair spread this deliberately to the notice of people within India and outside India, that had resulted in the dangerous situation in India. Dear judges of the Supreme Court, now tell me who is single-handedly responsible for the dangerous happenings in India? I can assure you 100% that if Zubair was not there, this much nonsense wouldn't have happened in the country. Kanhaiya would have been alive and safe today. Your Honor, would you make sure that this guy gets a horrible sentence? Look at the anger in the crowd outside the premises of NIA court in Jaipur when police tried to get these jihadis into luxury jails. If there was no police, you can imagine the crowd would have plucked every part of the jihadis who killed Kanhaiya Lal. The situations have changed now. You must observe. We are at a completely different situation now. Thanks to Nupur Sharma ji for waking up all the sleeping Hindus. Dear judges, you must observe this with wide open eyes that the Hindus are awakening like never before. Not yet fully, but it's really good to see at least a few sects of Hindus come out in support of Dharma. You must observe this, number one. Number two, you cannot shake the conscience of an entire nation by bringing your personal opinions into the judgment. Number three, you're just a public servant by definition of your post, nothing else. You're here to serve the public on behalf of the government. Don't pose as if you're some kind of a god sitting out there as ultimate authority of rule of law and dignified judiciary. These are just rules. We have framed it for our convenience. These are not the nature's rules. These are not existential laws. These are just social rules. Hence, there might be flaws. There have been amendments. Number four, it's your responsibility to behold people's faith on the fairness of the highest office of the Indian judiciary. If there is no faith in the judiciary, people seek shortcuts through bribery and favor, leading to unlawful behavior. The fact is, people have lost faith in the judiciary. A Transparent International report says that 77% of respondents in a survey in India feel that the judiciary is corrupt. A prime example is the unauthorized buildings in Indian cities, churches and mosques constructed on encroached temple lands. After these many years of judiciary, when a terrorist can so easily and so openly come and behead a common man, and on top of it post a death threat video against a prime minister, you tell me who is single-handedly responsible for all the happenings in the country? Is it an inefficient judiciary system or Nupur Sharma ji? Who? Everyone wants immediate exemplary punishment for these jihadis. Country is not going to tolerate this anymore. Many Muslim scholars themselves denied that these jihadis were protecting Islam, and the horrifying act was against the religion. Stop demanding capital punishment for Nupur Sharma ji. Any strong remarks on Nupur Sharma ji is not intended to protect peace of the nation, but are purely personal and would account to epitome of stupidity of the judiciary and lack of dignity. And you bloody jihadi terrorist who are still under the impression that Hindus are a bunch of idiots who keep quiet even if their mothers and sisters are raped and murdered, no one is scared at you bloody. My guru has taught me what's beyond death. Death is a daily practice we do in our sadhana. Absolutely no attachment to life on the body. Not at all interested in going to your bullshit heavens. I am more dangerous than you. असुरों का विनाश महादेव करते हैं, जिहादियों ने नहीं. जय श्री राम. String is available in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu and Kannada. Now you can help your parents and local friends understand the reality. Please like and share the video. Your support is the only encouragement I have to sustain this mission to awaken the innocent. Please contribute whatever you can. Namaskaram.